Wrestling is real to us, and the Killer Elite would like to present to you another edition of the Rope Talk. Your hosts tonight are myself, Simon Hyland, Gabriel Pearce, and Lee Jones. We're going to be doing a recap of this week's Raw. So, guys, what are your thoughts on Raw, and how well do you think it's set up Money in the Bank?
Talking wise, it's set up good. They didn't have a lot of matches.
Yeah.
No Bray Wyatt, so it's set up awful.
Lee's upset that Wyatt hasn't been on TV for a couple of months.
I'm very pissed off about the fact that Bray Wyatt, because I know he's been healthy for weeks, but where the fuck is he? Is he like just digging up Sister Abigail from somewhere so he can bring her on Raw with it? I don't understand what's going on.
He's probably training Sister Abigail to wrestle.
Wow, every Raw for the past 2 weeks have been, come on, this is it. And he keeps trolling people on Twitter with these cryptic ass tweets all the time.
Or WWE's scared to pull the trigger because they're scared. I know they're wanting to bring him back as a baby face.
Wyatt can't be a baby face.
That's what they want to do.
It goes against the whole concept of his character.
It's
what they want to do. They want to bring him back as a babyface.
It's like a proper, like, Last House on the Left. You know, heels have eyes, motherfucker. You know.
You can't have him as a face.
It's like I took a wrong turn in the woods.
Yeah.
Fuck, who are these hillbillies? Now we're all being mutilated in the woods somewhere. You know. No, he can't be a babyface. No. That doesn't make no sense. He has to
People used to not think that about Undertaker or Kane either, though. So.
Yeah, but even when they were face, they were still throwing lightning bolts at people.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean? They were never face. They were just face because the fans loved them, but there wasn't.
Yeah, it's like a neutral kind of thing, isn't it? It's not really. They were never really face, or heel. To be fair, they're just badasses.
Yeah, they're just kind of over with the crowd.
Yeah.
But Roman wants to be.
Okay, so we had the opening segment. Obviously, we had the Stand for Orlando bit. Obviously, WWE always do their bit for respect, whatever's going on with the troops or whatever. Obviously,
it seems like this is happening a lot, man.
Yeah,
a lot of shit where they have to show their class.
Yeah, recently it is. Obviously, I just want to say that obviously thoughts with the families, everything, but I won't go into too much on that. But it was a big part of respect from WWE again. And then the New Day come out. So
again for again starting the show.
Yeah.
And again, they're freaking hilarious.
Yeah. The shoe thing was fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, I died.
Yeah.
I've been watching the NBA Finals, and when Stephen Curry released that shoe, I was thinking the same thing. Are you a fucking grandpa?
He had his Air Max shuffleboards.
I thought they were fucking cool ass shoes.
Oh my god!
Oh mate, you're lame.
I was like looking at my trainers, and I was like, hang on. He has the same shoes as me. I was like, this is bullshit. This is complete bullshit.
They just look like some cheap ass knockoff. Something you'd buy off a market store or something.
I loved the bit where, maybe Enzo and Cass come out and they're doing that whole non-PG-esque, blowing on all the sexual innuendos.
With Francesca.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely gold. I loved it.
I love how Cass attacked his shoes.
Yeah, that was funny. I loved when Enzo when Cass said about the unicorn things, and he to quote what he said, massages for her pleasure. I thought that was absolutely quality.
And
I was hoping it was a showdown of words between Xavier Woods
and then it was all ruined by
it was absolutely destroyed by the Vaudevillains. What the fuck is he doing?
Do you know what? Do you know that guy that comes out in the promo, the guy who's, ladies and gentlemen, he should be their manager.
He should.
Like, why is he just on the promo? He's better on the mic than most of the roster. Like, he should be their fucking manager. He should actually genuinely come out on stage with the big blow.
Should talk to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, definitely. He should join the Vaudevillains.
Come on,
that'd be interesting.
Aiden English's singing's better than fucking Roman Reigns' promos.
They need some sort of new music or something, because it's such. If you notice, anytime their music hits, the audience is completely silent. Like, there's nothing. There's no pop. There's no noise.
Nothing.
It's just like an empty stadium because the music is It just doesn't do anything. It has no pop element to it. It's just.
It's not even like they're not that bad in the ring. And that. They're
not bad in the ring.
They're not that bad in the ring at all, but they're
not even that bad on the mic.
They're pretty good actually. I just think that the music is such a long haul.
Yeah.
Like when it starts, it just doesn't have any sort of pop element to it.
We were talking about this on the NXT podcast for Takeover about gimmicks not working on the main roster, and Vaudevillains is another one. It worked in a small arena like NXT.
Just to
but
work
on a big 20,000 stadium, 16,000 people, it just doesn't work. It doesn't capture what you need
they can go join Darren Young, and it can be let's make the Vaudevillains and Darren Young great again.
But then it was all saved by Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah, it was saved. Yeah.
I was happy to see them. I love them. They come out.
They're just really good, actually. You know,
say exactly as it is. They do their typical heel thing. Shut up. Then they lay in the dig on the Saints and just do the perfect.
No, they're great heels, man. They're great on the mic. They've got a great look. I love those jackets that they wear. They're badass. They're a great team. They've got 2 tag team special moves, 2 finishes, which the Boot of Doom, and then that weird thing where the other one they do.
Magic Killer.
Yeah, they're both
Magic
great
Killer,
moves. I think they're great.
Yeah, and obviously it led into the first match of the night. The tag match between
It was a good match.
It was a good match.
There's a lot of 3-man big tag matches going on in WWE these days.
Well,
Might as well bring in some 6-man tag team title.
The tag division's hot at the moment.
Hey man, they have a trios title over in Lucha Underground. It's actually pretty tight.
They may as well, because they do it a lot.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio just won that this year.
The matches, it just me over the matches on Raw quite long, especially the first match. It was a long ass match.
That's because they had so many little tiny bullshit fucking backstage segments.
The first match for me, it dragged for me. It did. It made me tired.
It did drag. It was a good ending to the match, which is why the winners of the match I want them to win the titles, but I don't think they will. There's usually a trend with WWE, and the winners of a match on Raw before a pay-per-view,
well, in general,
75% of the time don't win at the pay-per-view.
Well, that's such a tactic that in general the person it makes look strong isn't the person who wins.
Yeah.
You know how bad it's going to piss people off if the Vaudevillains win the tag titles?
Oh,
but don't those belts look like they were custom made for the Vaudevillains though? They do look like they're from that century, don't they? Like these really awkward bronze sort of, belts. They
might put the titles on the Vaudevillains just to pass them to Enzo and Cass.
If Enzo and Cass win, they'd get a massive pop. I think they'd be. Yeah, I think Enzo and Cass would be a good one.
Yeah, I think if the Vaudevillains do win, it will only be for one pay-per-view, and it'll be to pass them on to Enzo and Cass. That'll all it'll be. It won't be like a 6-month reign with the Vaudevillains. It will literally
but this is a fatal 4-way as well, so you don't even need to pin the New Day.
No.
So New Day always have a reclaim for a rematch after this match anyway.
Yeah, but while ever you've got New Day and Enzo and Cass, both faces, both hugely over, the only way to pass the titles really would be through the Vaudevillains.
Or the
you wouldn't be able to pass it through Anderson and Gallows because they'd expect that to be a long reign. The only way to get them quickly, you could see the Vaudevillains taking the titles, holding the titles for a pay-per-view, passing them on to Enzo and Enzo and Cass losing to Gallows and Anderson.
Agreed.
That'd be my favoured way of doing it, because they very rarely pass it face to face or heel to heel. It'll always be face to heel or heel to face. So I don't think.
I love that look, the when Xavier were having his back and forth, with Enzo. And Enzo was giving him that really creepy look. Like that look as if he was mortified with what Xavier was saying. He was like, no one blows my girl but me. He was staring at him.
Yeah,
brilliant.
That was quality.
What was next?
Next was the Darren Young and
We don't need to talk about
Bob
this. What was after
Backlund.
that?
I literally don't like it, so one of you two can fucking
No, we don't even need to
talk about
cover
that.
this. Is useless.
It is a pointless piece. All it is a gap filler. It's never going to lead anywhere. Darren Young is never going to get a push in WWE.
No one likes him. No one likes this whole stupid fucking thing.
No.
So let's just move on to what was after this.
I just want to throw it out there as well. I got nothing against Darren Young. I just don't think he's got enough talent for WWE to push him.
I'm not against him. He's just shit.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. It's a pointless. It's a pointless 2-minute filler that is.
I don't know what are the WWE doing? Like, what is the fucking what is the plan here? Okay, so we're just gonna bring him back.
The only thing I can think of is. I don't know. I can't even think of anything.
It's as bad as the fucking come to Puerto Rico. You know, it's like you have your debut and then you just stand in front of green screens for 6 weeks talking about Puerto Rico. Like, what the fuck is going on in the WWE? Like, Jesus.
I don't know. We'll move on from the Darren Young thing, and we had Steph and Shane's backstage bit with Corporate Kane.
This is pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. I think he should run SmackDown, dude.
I like Corporate Kane. I think he's really funny, and he's quite good at
He's a good actor.
He believably, when he comes up with ideas, he's good on the mic. He is a good actor, and yeah, he was funny. He was good. Yeah, although was this a segment when he I don't know if this is because he was in a few segments. Was this the one where he comes up with the Alberto Del Rio and Owens? That was later.
No, that was later. This was just he throwing his name into the hat, giving his resume.
This was the Undertaker's letter.
Undertaker's letter of recommendation.
What did that say? Dear Shane, my brother Kane is the perfect man for the job. Like, I'd love to have read that shit. Letter from the Undertaker. Alright, cool.
Yeah. It was it's interesting to see how it goes. I hope Shane gets SmackDown.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that Shane's going to get SmackDown and Stephanie's going to run Raw.
I think that's the way it's heading too. We've been in chat now for a couple hours, Simon and I, and we were talking a little bit, and we're going to eventually do the brand podcast, the brand split podcast. But we were talking about potentials, and the rumors are it's going to be an even split for Raw and SmackDown. That means SmackDown's going to get Cena and AJ Styles, and Raw's going to have Rollins and Reigns. And so it's going to be an even split.
Can't we have Cena and Reigns on one show? So at least there's one show I can watch which doesn't have either. That would just, why do they have to do this?
I think that's the point, mate. That they're going to have their two faces of the company on separate.
No. They need to put them both on the same show. So I don't
because then no one would watch it. You'd get all the kids and all the women watching one show, and all the teenagers and middle-aged men watching the other show.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, ugh. I prefer Cena. I mean, if I had to pick at least Cena can build up. This is the thing. I mean, I don't want to go off topic too much because we're doing a recap. But whenever Reigns is in a match or a big match or any match for that matter, have you noticed he's never really on TV much to do the build-up because they tend to keep him off of TV as much as possible because he just can't do it. He just cannot build up hype for a fight. Cena, however, can spend 2 minutes in the ring and build up the fucking match, and that's all he needs. We'll
go into that later because obviously we've got parts on Cena's promo and the contracts and all the rest of it. So, but the next part of Raw was the little bullshit thing with Zack Ryder and Sheamus.
Oh my god!
It's just pointless. It was just another 2-minute filler because they didn't want to put on too many matches, so they had the filler Zack Ryder talking to these two.
So he's telling this story a week later, like it's so relevant now.
Yeah.
oh, you won't believe what happened. It's like, well, yeah, we all watched Raw. We saw what happened.
And then Sheamus obviously done his bully thing, and then he got made to look like an idiot by Zack Ryder. So yeah, what more can you say? And then we had a little clip of the Shield. Now, because obviously promoting the Ambrose Asylum that we will go into later, but they had the little clip of the Shield. I loved it because the Shield for me were absolutely fantastic. So they had the Shield debut, didn't they, where they put Ryback through the table at Survivor Series.
It was funny because I was watching and I was thinking to myself, why did they decide to end this? Like, for me, the Shield always ended very prematurely. I don't understand why they ended it so soon. It still had a good long run in it.
It did.
No, it's because Batista was leaving and Daniel Bryan got injured.
Well, Batista don't count. Fucking hell.
They needed to make a couple stars.
Fuck Batista.
Batista, man. Fuck, I mean, Daniel Bryan, I get Batista's... God.
Well, and at that point, Randy Orton was having nagging injuries. Cena was having nagging injuries.
Randy Orton's like glasses.
Punk had just left. I mean,
he injures himself punching the mat, doing his getting ready for his RKO.
Punk was leaving as well.
Yeah, so you needed to make, and it made 3 stars. You have an Intercontinental mid card star, and you have 2 world title stars.
This is why people don't like Reigns. His music hits, and you go Shield. And then you realise, it's just a shit one.
we keep going over Reigns, and I'm getting bored of it.
Can't be helped, man.
Just talking about it bores me. And then again, we had another backstage segment with a fucking Epico and Primo Puerto Rico bullshit.
Oh man, this is
again.
What is this?
WWE. I just don't get why they do this shit.
Dude, they debuted. They had a match. And then they've not appeared on Raw or SmackDown or Superstars or Main Event or anything since. All they've done is go, come to Puerto Rico where the sand is lovely. It's like, what the fuck is this?
It wasn't even a bad match. It was a decent match.
No, it was good. I mean, there's a complete... They just found 2, like, amateur pro wrestlers from, like, the local town to, like, job to them. But it was just... they're not even putting them on telly. They're just doing, like, green screen stuff. Like... And the stuff I just don't understand. Like,
it just doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't make any fucking sense. You're watching it thinking, what am I watching?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, put them on telly, put them in a match. Surely them in a match is better than all these stupid backstage segments that we're getting. Surely I'd happily take them in a match because they looked good.
They did. They're good wrestlers, don't get me wrong.
Other than the finish move being called the Shining Star when they're called the Shining Stars, that would have been fucking lame. But
they need to have CN come up from NXT and just completely destroy them in one of the clips.
Yeah. That Andrade CN, that would be quality. We spoke a lot about him earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
And okay, and then we probably got Lee's most favourite bit of the night, probably, I would imagine.
This is one of mine too.
Titus comes out for a match, and then Rusev comes out, and then I'm just gonna let Lee run away with it because how much Lee literally bums Rusev right now.
Okay. Trying to sound as non-gay as possible, but it's impossible. I would fucking marry Rusev. Right? Titus comes out, and you're thinking, fuck's sake, he's going to come and cut a horrible promo. Rusev saves the evening, savagely beats him up, puts him in the accolade, the old accolade. I suppose he can't really get him in the new...
Titus is too big for the...
It's too big, it's more small again. But it was brilliant. They're making Rusev... It's like this is the Rusev before he was buried, Rusev. Like, the really violent, fucking savage Rusev. Like, the wild Rusev. It's like he's even shouting at Lana and stuff. Like, bring me the title! You know, and she brings the title and then like, you won! Oh, fuck, he was amazing.
Yeah.
There's no way Titus is winning this match. There's no way.
No, he's not. He's not going to win the match.
But yeah, it was great. It was the Rusev that was on a massive win streak before Cena buried him. So hopefully now that I thought Cena was going to come back and just bury Rusev again, but now obviously he's with AJ Styles burying him instead. Rusev hopefully will just have a really long.
Cena's too busy burying other people.
He's too busy burying all the TNA guys and indie guys who've come across. So Rusev seems to be getting quite a nice push. The tightest match seems to be one which is just there to make Rusev look stronger.
Where do you see Rusev's feud going afterwards, though? Who can he feud with to
I'd like
legitimately give him a chance?
I'd like to see him feud with Brock, but I don't think they'll do it. So I've no idea. Titus is a funny one. It's a weird one.
Well, I think with Titus, they wanted to make him relevant after his suspension, and I think I've always wanted a passionate Titus like he is at the moment, where he just. Well,
the question is who is a USA title contender at the moment?
No one.
Because Rusev's a funny USA champion because he kind of adds a bit more credit to the title because he to me he is IC level, so he should really be in the IC run, not the USA run. So the USA run is more your lower card title. So him holding it.
I don't know. You can't really say that because Cena.
It was.
It's not a lower card title anymore. They're trying to re-elevate it, aren't they?
Well, this is why they're doing the brand. Partly why they're doing the brand split because each title will have an equal footing on both shows. But for a while, it's been the IC title will always take precedent over the USA title. So your better superstars will hold the IC, while people just below them will run for the USA title. I have no idea.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that because you look. Del Rio came back. He went straight after the title. He got that. You've had people like Dean Ambrose going after it. Kevin Owens. You can't really say that the smaller guy. All right, yeah, Kalisto held it. So Kalisto did was hold it because Cena was injured.
I'm talking about the guys who win it. I mean, the USA, the WWE's booking of the USA of the IC title is always far more important to them than the booking of the USA title. You'd never, the USA title is on the pre-show.
Yeah, do you know why it's on the pre-show though? The pre-show's free on cable.
Yeah, the IC title is.
That's why they put it on the pre-show to give it that boost.
Came from WCW, so it's always more. Just like the WWE title is more important to them than the world title is. The WCW one, the world heavyweight title. So it's like whenever they had two world titles, the WWE title was always more important to the WWE than the world heavyweight title was.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same with the USA one. Like they will always put more stock in the IC title than they will the USA one.
Yeah.
Even though you get people like Cena, and at least Cena, when he had it, defended it weekly. Like I hate it when people hold these titles and then just don't fucking defend them.
The Miz.
I mean, don't get me fucking started. Like, why did the Miz win? Fucking Fatal War 4-way just to go film the Marine? Like, what the fuck? Like, have someone else win that Fatal 4-way match. It made no sense in winning it if he's just going to run off.
He's back in 3 weeks. He's going to be back in 3 weeks.
We'll get to that in a minute. But moving on from the Rusev thing again, they had another clip of the Shield. Obviously, building up the heat. Again, they had the clip of Rollins breaking up the Shield.
Yeah.
Which was one of my decimating moments in WWE history. I hated it.
Fucking loved it.
I it's funny because I did really mark out.
I
was like, oh my god, because it's not often you get shocked by the WWE, and when that happens,
it was one of the first times in the last few, quite a while that I actually went, holy shit, what the fuck.
I honestly thought it was going to be Ambrose, because that night I was like, one of them are turning. That night I was sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm like, Ambrose is going to turn. And then when he turned, I freaked out because I did not expect it was going to be Seth. I thought it was going to be Ambrose.
Well, yeah, because everything was pointing to Seth trying to keep the group together, wasn't it?
Yep.
throughout the whole feud with Evolution. It was always Seth trying to calm Reigns and Ambrose down, trying to get everyone back on the same page. So it literally, like you say, Ambrose or Reigns. I think Ambrose or Reigns would have been the obvious choices again, but Rollins was, no one expected him to turn.
No, I didn't.
So yeah, it was good, and then we moved on to what I wanted to be my favourite part of the night, and it kind of was, and it kind of wasn't. The Ambrose Asylum.
It was a great segment.
It was a great segment.
It was great.
I wanted it to be better.
I'm not sure what I expected. I don't know why.
I was really hyped. I was really hyped about it as well, and I don't.
There was no reason for me to feel disappointed by it.
No.
Because what was there was good, but for some reason, I expected more.
We got what we wanted though, because we said last week we wanted Dean to interject himself into this.
Yeah, we did.
It's just,
we did.
I really love
he did.
Dean's character. He doesn't give a fuck, does he? Like, he'll just. Dean was great.
Yeah, they had like, when obviously Ambrose was getting them to come out and everything, and he said obviously the scum of the earth about Rollins, and then Rollins came out and you got a pop, and then I don't know if you guys noticed it when Reigns came out, like everything went quiet, like you could see the crowd cheering and booing and everything else, but the sound just went like dead.
I think WWE cut it now. I think they do, because I've noticed with a lot of his entrances, there's not as much noise. Period.
Yeah, it's really quiet, and
yeah.
this week was so more noticeable than it has been ever before. That you could really tell on the telly. Obviously, if you're there, you don't know, but watching it on the telly, the edit of the sound was ridiculous. You could clearly hear, because there was a guy clapping in the background. I don't know if you heard it. You could because he must have been sat right next to a mic, because you could really hear him clapping, and then all around him everyone was booing and cheering, but you couldn't hear him. All you could hear was this clap.
Yeah, it's really silly that they do that, but I mean, I suppose he's supposed to be the face. He's not supposed to be booed out the arena every week.
Lex Express.
Yeah, but the segment itself, I thought it was really good.
When
Ambrose was trying
talking about all of this.
Yeah, Ambrose was trying to get them to be all friendly with it, and he was trying to bring a bit of fun to the tenseness, because it was tense. You could feel the tension between the three of them, and I actually thought when Roman was talking, this was probably the best I've heard him speak. Because he wasn't on his own, he didn't have the whole spotlight on him. There was the two people that he had probably the most charisma with since he's been in the WWE, in the Shield, and it looked like he was comfortable. He didn't look like he was out of place. I'm actually going to give Reigns some praise here. Don't shoot me down. Just hear me out. When he was talking, and he was saying about how good it was, and it was a brotherhood, and all and then after Rollins was saying how good it was and everything, and then Rollins obviously twisted it back and said the best night I had was when I turned on you, rah rah rah, and then Reigns got to speak, and you could hear the passion and the fire in his voice for once. That, yeah, you stabbed me in the back. You didn't just break up our group, you broke up a brotherhood, and you could feel the passion in what he was saying, and that's the first time since he's been on his own, since after he had his hernia operation, that he's actually spoke with passion, and
maybe he was just pissed off that Rollins called him Moose.
Maybe. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know how you guys felt about that, but I really thought Reigns showed something different because he felt comfortable with the people he was in the ring with.
Everyone did good in this segment.
Yeah.
No, Reigns was good, but Reigns is always better in these sort of situations where there's other people to bounce off of. It's when he's on his own in the ring, he's really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like, he's always good in, when he was feuding with AJ, anytime they was in the ring together, he was good. when he's got someone working with him, and he's like there's less pressure on him.
Yeah.
He seems to do better. It's when he's on his own he struggles.
Yeah.
I loved it when Ambrose was talking to Rollins and it's like, so you believe that Reigns shouldn't be the champion? It's like, no, he shouldn't be the champion. I never lost this title. I never lost. It's like, well, why does he have it? You know, Ambrose is arguably better on the mic than both of them. Like, Ambrose is really good on the mic. Really good on the mic. Like, his gestures and his mannerisms and just the way he conducts himself, he really pulls off this carefree, I don't really give a fuck sort of attitude, which is really, endearing to watch. And so casual about everything.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's a great personality to have on the TV.
He is. And then obviously they were talking, they were obviously talking about the title and I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win. The guy's gonna beat the man. I'm gonna be the guy that beats the man. Shut up, right? That bit does my head in. 'Cause shut up with the guy bullshit and the man bullshit. You just shut the fuck up. And then Ambrose comes in and says, "Well, there's another match, the Money in the Bank match. When I win," and he just throws himself right into the mix, and the other two just take a big step back, like, "Oh fuck, we didn't really think about that." I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, because he will just cash it in. The thing is, it's when would he cash it in? Because Dean Ambrose
Same night.
No, I definitely think same night. But what I mean is, he's so unhinged. He could likely just cash it in at the beginning of the match as a triple threat.
I think he would.
Not at the end when someone's won like the slight way. I can see Dean just walking out and going, "Let's do it, lads. Let's do a triple threat and just doing a fucking 3-way." That would be the best Money in the Bank that's ever in history if that shit happened. Yeah. Is there a break between? Oh yeah, there will be. Yeah, because there'll be Money in the Bank. Then it'd be AJ and Cena, wouldn't it? After that, and then it'd be the Rollins and.
Money in the Bank will be in the middle. It'll be the middle spot.
Yeah. So after that would be the AJ Cena. So you'll
probably have the Money in the Bank. Then you'll probably have the Divas weird tag fucking shit.
Oh well, by then he's fine, isn't he? And he can just put. Can just. God. Yeah. It's gonna be a good show.
It is. I'm really looking forward to. I hope it's not a bust, but it does
look
like.
Well, so far they've had a really good. All the pay-per-views so far for me this year have been solid.
They've all been blown out of the water by TakeOver, the beginning and the end, though, for me. Every single one of them.
I mean, takeovers are always incredible.
But, I'm really looking forward to the night. There's a sense of mystery around the pay-per-view for once. Is Wyatt going to turn up and take the briefcase? Is Ambrose going to take it, cash in, make it a triple threat?
Is Balor going to make an appearance?
Is Balor going to make an appearance? Yeah, there's loads of ifs and whats.
Now he's fighting Shinsuke. I don't think he will.
I think you'd be surprised. Owens was working both for ages.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah. And after, obviously, it broke down after that, didn't it? And Ambrose was standing tall after hitting Roman with Dirty Deeds.
Yeah, he's really. I love how he executes that move.
That DDT is vicious.
It's usually, and it never looked strong when Mick Foley did it.
That's because it was Mick Foley. He didn't really have the the belly got in the way.
There's some snap when Dean lands that shit, and it's just he sells it as a move.
It's the one move that he's got that I really like. The rest of them are pretty basic and bullshit.
Yeah,
but his Dirty Deeds is it's a legitimate finisher. It's like Corbin's End of Days. You could genuinely see it.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you see him land the end of the fucking Dirty Deeds, you don't expect anyone to kick out of that.
No, exactly. And so Ambrose was standing tall, which and then after that you had a little bit between Ambrose and Steph.
The little segment.
Yeah, the little segment with Ambrose and Steph, and she said, "You like to show off, rah rah rah. You have a match tonight with
Jericho for the 18th millionth time.
Yeah, it's just another one of
Why is this still going?
Don't know. It was just a filler match, wasn't it, to set up Money in the Bank? They won't have a match. Why are these two? Because they've got good chemistry in the ring. It works well. They hate each other. Well, actually, they don't, because Jericho actually really. It was quite a while ago. There was a house show, and
he said Jericho, that it's the future of the company.
Jericho endorsed. Went completely kayfabe and endorsed Ambrose as the future of the company. He said this guy will be here in 2020, kind of thing. And so
you stupid idiot.
Yeah. And then there was the shocked
the hell out of me.
The first time in ages that Paige has been on WWE television.
And no. Well, I hate it, like non-title matches. I hate it.
But where does that leave Paige? Because she's just beaten the women's champion.
Well,
clean.
It puts her in the number one, contendership, doesn't it? Surely.
Well, it must do. She must be straight back in the number one contendership, because Becky's not going to do it yet, and Natty's had whatever the hell the 3 matches with Charlotte.
I hate it when you beat champions legitimately and it's a non-title match. I hate that. I think.
Well, it makes the champion look weak.
It should just be that if you're a champion, any match you're sanctioned in is a fucking title match. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, and obviously you had Natty and Becky Lynch on commentary, and
Natty's commentary is terrible. Sponsor my dog.
I think Becky was alright. Natty was just, what the fuck?
Fuck your dog, Natty. We don't care about your fucking dog.
Yeah.
Jesus, follow my dog on Instagram. No, Natty. No.
Just no, yeah. And then we had another backstage segment. Another one. Yeah, there's like 3 in a row here.
I like this one.
Renee Young, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn.
It's just funny, although Cesaro just always sounds awkward.
No, I don't know. I don't think this time. He's getting better.
And it was also awkward. It was like the WWE was trying to build some heat for the match. That they're just like, okay, so you two are gonna go have a match. All right, cool. Yeah, but we need to build some heat for it first. So we're gonna do that.
Cesaro and Zayn.
But you just
their NXT match was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So those two have got a great chemistry.
So you don't need to build up heat for the match. Like both faces.
A lot of people that watch WWE don't watch NXT, so they don't know.
Cheap. I'm just going to interrupt your interview. That's how I'm going to build up some sort of drama. I'm just going to come walking right.
WWE have done that for the last 30 years, though. There's something they're not going to change. They've done that for the last 20, 30 years.
I think Cesaro needs to go heel.
No, I didn't like him as a heel.
I just think he would be better. I'm really bored of the suit. Like this James Bond-esque.
They've done it because it throws people into thinking, well, actually, him walking around with a briefcase and a suit, yeah, that would work.
I liked it for the first few times, and I love Cesaro.
I don't get the Superman thing where he fucking... Oh, I do, because he's a Swiss Superman, but just rips off his clothes and there he is, like...
Oh, mate, it's getting a bit old now. But yeah, we were a fun segment, when it was like, oh...
I like the way you're saying, yeah, that Sami Zayn, you still got stuff to prove, and...
You've only been here 4 months.
I've been here 4 years. I mean, 4 years, Cesaro, what have you done?
It's not really his fault, is it? He's not been sucking enough Vince dick to get anywhere.
He hasn't got the right Samoan blood.
No. He needs to get long, wet hair, wear some body armour, and he's already got the mic skills needed for the World Championship spot. He doesn't need to improve any. I don't think Vince likes... if you're bald and you've got no mic skills, you're in trouble. And if you're foreign... If you're not American, you've got no wet hair, and you can't talk on the mic.
I don't know if that's always true.
Austin can talk on the mic, you see, and it was, it didn't matter. But Vince likes his long, wet-haired bodybuilders. What can you do?
This is how he is. And then we had another backstage segment Another one. We should just rename this Raw Backstage Raw.
It was like
Backstage
Big Brother,
edition.
like Raw Big Brother edition.
It was a little bit between Charlotte and Dana and the tension that they're causing and Charlotte belittling Dana. Well, we all know what's going to happen in the end. Dana's going to turn, beat the shit. Dana's going to beat the shit out of Charlotte at some point because Dana, like you say, Gabe, Dana Reigns. She's going to be the female version of Roman Reigns. And there's nothing we can all do about it. In the space of the last month, Vince McMahon has single-handedly destroyed the women's revolution.
Yep.
So they had all this amazing stuff happening. They put on some great matches. And then all of a sudden...
and just have a snap Charlotte in 5 different pieces. That'll really fucking light some fire in the Divas Revolution.
But the only reason Nia Jax is in the company because she's The Rock's and Roman Reigns' cousin.
Yeah, but she's bloody. Yeah, but she's bloody good. She's good. Is Nia Jax?
What's funny, Gabe?
That was funny.
It's true though.
We're gonna blame all of this on The Rock.
Well, it's true. What?
Yeah, but she's good though.
She's all right. She's not. Good. She's not anything that.
She's
special.
like a much better China. Like she's.
That's a big powerful statement, mate.
She is. No, her timing's good. Her in-ring ability is good.
Wait. So she's big, powerful, has a moderately okay moveset, and she's on the mic.
Yeah, but
she's better than China.
So you look at her next.
So she's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but hear me out.
She's got the same blood as Roman as well, so she may as well just be.
Roman doesn't fly because it's surrounded by so many superior male wrestlers. But Nia Jax stands out among the females because
only in NXT.
She could wrestle Rusev and beat him believably.
She's I don't think that, mate.
She's huge. Like, but it looks.
What have you been smoking?
When she loses to women who are like barely touching a kneecap, and it's just how these women would be crushed by Nia Jax in real life.
WWE don't know how to book a woman like that. Look at Awesome Kong.
This is why she should just come in and like beat up Dolph Ziggler like everyone else does. Because no one can make you look strong like Dolph Ziggler can.
That is true.
That is very true.
The guy is so good at losing that they never have him win.
Yeah, we were saying that about Ty Dillinger actually earlier, weren't we? That he's so good at losing, he doesn't actually win.
Yeah,
and it doesn't reduce his stock. You could legitimately see next week at Money in the Bank, Dolph Ziggler could get squashed by Corbin, and then the following week you could quite easily have him fight Rusev for the title.
Yeah, it's just one of these. It sells so well, and it's so
his stock
doesn't go.
His stock doesn't go down.
No, it's great to have. I'd like him to fight Rusev actually because it'd make Rusev look really strong.
I made a point here as well. Oh no, I've got another bit first actually. We had the Sheamus versus Ryder match.
Squash match.
The squash match, yeah. I've literally got that in big letters here, squash match. And then, so it was a bullshit 30-second match.
Why is it every Ryder match, it hits every single move other than his finish move?
It's just the way it goes.
Every single time. It goes for his finisher and... Ryder.
But it was a boring 30-second squash match. And then Sheamus thinks that he's gonna turn around and beat up Ryder for doing what he did earlier in the backstage segment, and then
we never know when no one saw this coming.
I know, no one saw this coming. You could have. Apollo Crews comes out now. Me and Lee will disagree, right? Because I think Apollo Crews is potentially better than Bobby Lashley.
I mean, I don't think that takes much. I don't think that takes much to do, though.
Well, no, you look at Bobby Lashley in TNA.
No, I would agree with you.
And he is destructive.
They both have the same personality, so it's only really about what they do in the ring. And
and in the ring, Apollo Crews is technically gifted.
Yeah, he has more potential than Lashley does.
Yeah.
He's got buckets of potential in the ring, but he's like a brick. His personality, though.
Yeah, he needs a manager. He doesn't need to say anything. Just get him in the ring, beat people up. Technically,
but he doesn't even know what his character is yet.
No, he doesn't. He got the call too soon.
He was on a podcast. I can't remember who the podcast was with. But he was in a podcast and he was saying that it doesn't really have a character yet. And I was like, well, you're in the wrong fucking game, pal. You know, it's gimmicks. Yeah. Gimmicks are king. You need to fucking figure out who the hell you are. Because how are we supposed to connect with a character if you don't even connect with the character yourself?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly the point. So, we'll move on from that because it's enough. There was I'm going to make a point here. They had a little clip. I don't know if you got this, Gabe, but there's a little clip of Kane's same night cash-in.
Yeah, they had a bunch of the different Money in the Bank flashbacks.
They did, but this one came up more than once.
Yeah.
Which is making me think Ambrose cash-in same night.
Yeah. Same here.
It got that feeling, especially the placement of it as well. Because they had the bit with after it, they had the bit with Shane, Kane, Kevin Owens, and Del Rio,
which I think might set up a rivalry with Del Rio and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that they've got their story going forward, which for me puts them out of winning Money in the Bank. Which for me only leaves Ambrose.
Yeah, I would 100% agree because there's no rivalry set up for Ambrose.
Yeah.
And Jericho's done with Ambrose now. Mm-hmm. So.
It looks like Cesaro and Sami Zayn are going to have a thing.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. They can put on good matches.
Or those two are going to have a thing with The Miz.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
God.
So I've got it in Kane makes a great match for the stipulation with Kevin Owens and Del Rio.
Fucking brilliant, by the way.
Yeah,
it would have been even better
if the Lucha Dragons had won.
If the Lucha Dragons would have won, and it would have been Kevin Owens versus Del Rio in some barbaric match.
Yeah.
At Money in the Bank.
Yeah, definitely. And
no one wants to see the Lucha Dragons in the fucking.
Oh, you are high out of your mind if you don't want to see.
You don't want to see Kalisto.
Not the expense of fucking Kevin Owens. I mean, at the expense of Del Rio for sure.
What's Kevin Owens going to do off the top of a ladder that Kalisto's not? That's going to make you go, wow.
Can Kalisto?
Kalisto's going to give you the moment of the year.
Can he do Bullfrog Splash?
Kalisto's going to give you the moment of the year.
Yeah. Anytime you put Kalisto in a ladder match, mate, he's going to.
Kalisto should have been there instead of Del Rio, because Del Rio doesn't really offer much this match.
On Sakara. He would do it to Sakara.
Yeah.
Look, Kevin Owens will get someone on a headlock 20 feet in the air on a ladder and scream, I am the headlock master. Kalisto can't do that.
No, but Kalisto could do a Selena Del Sol off a 20-foot ladder.
It's been done. It happened at Extreme Rules last year.
It did happen. But there's many other ways that he could do that and through different things.
You see,
there's only one way Kevin Owens can put someone in a headlock.
It didn't even make sense, that whole thing when Shane McMahon was like, oh yeah, this is a great idea, because you have to qualify for the match. So the situation where, okay, well, if you lose this tag team match, then you're replaced. What? Plus, they could still have Kevin Owens win the fucking Money in the Bank.
There was a point as well I wanted to make while we're on this segment. Kevin Owens obviously said about Del Rio being late, but
he was at the memorial thing.
Yeah, he was in the memorial thing at the start of Raw. Well, so how the fuck was he late?
It was non-canon. The memorial is non-canon. It didn't actually happen in the storyline. It was just a kayfabe-esque sort of. It's not part of the script. So once the show starts,
yeah, but still, if they were gonna, they could have put him at the back so no one noticed he was there. But they stuck him right. He's stuck him right at the front.
Owens is like, oh, you think the other one can speak a foreign language? Or he's arguing in French.
Yeah.
And Rio's arguing in Spanish. And it was great.
Yeah,
it's going to be a really solid fucking Money in the Bank, is this?
Yeah. And then we had my favourite match of the night. Cesaro versus Zayn.
Well, this was always going to be good because they're both really good in the ring.
Yeah. It was the ending to the match.
That ending.
What the fuck was that move?
Well, he's done it a few times. He did it in the first match that I had in NXT.
Yeah. He only seems to do it to Cesaro.
Yes, he does, and I think it's because the move is quite complicated.
Yeah.
And you need both people need to do it right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it's potentially quite a dangerous move if you get it wrong. And it obviously just feels like him and Cesaro have done it enough together that they know how to pull it off. Because even when he landed it, he was ecstatic that it worked.
I think he was
so
ecstatic because he knew he was going to get the pin.
It's great. I don't think it'll ever become like a finisher of his, although it should do.
Well, it's better than the Blue Thunder Bomb for sure.
Well, the Blue Thunder Bomb, I don't have a problem with it. It's the fucking hell over kick.
Yeah, but that's not a finisher though. It's a signature.
He finishes people with it though.
Not very rarely. He
does it all the time. In fact, I've never seen anyone else with
more with that than the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Yeah, it does. It
never
finishes people with a Thunder Bomb.
And I suppose when you look at it, yeah.
It's the Thunder Bomb which is his signature. The hell over kick is a finisher.
And if you look on the Supercard game, Simon, his finisher is hell of a kick. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
It was a good match, solid match. And then we move on to the AJ Cena contract signing. Now,
can I just say before we go, so the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins don't need to sign contracts, but AJ Styles and Cena do. Like, I hate contract signings.
Years making.
Like,
they do.
Yeah. Okay.
This is 15 years in the making.
Oh, by the way, second week in a row, AJ Styles was Cena's bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly to America in a minute. I'm gonna make you my fucking bitch.
Lee, verbally, AJ cannot hang with Cena.
Listen, who can hang with Cena?
The
on
Rock.
The mic? Like, exactly. Who can hang with The Rock on the mic? Cena. Like, you're talking about a whole new level of mic skills. This is the thing. People say AJ's bad on the mic. He's actually very good on the mic. It's just when you on the mic with John Cena, you always come across worse because Cena's so good on the mic.
But he didn't have anything to say to him. Half the time he stood there silent because he didn't know what the fuck to say.
Was about Cena persuading
him to
sign the right contract.
Finally in the big leagues, and he's so starstruck that he's in front of an actual star.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's more like, oh my god, I haven't come across anyone who could talk like this to me. There's 17,000 people here that...
Not 700.
The whole segment was built to suck Cena's cock, though. The whole segment
It wasn't.
I'm going to convince you to sign the right contract. There's two. He didn't have a choice. He had to sign that one, otherwise it would have made him look a right fool. But he doesn't stumble on the mic. He never says the wrong thing. He never gets his.
But if you look at it, a typical heel would have signed the club one. Rawlins would have signed that.
I don't know because he kind of. He did.
When Rawlins was in the Authority, he would have signed that. Kevin Owens would sign that. But any typical heel would sign that contract to make the odds in their favour. That's how heels work.
It was the way Cena was playing him and being like, well, if you sign that, then you're just a bitch.
Yeah.
It
was all for show, but Cena did make him his bitch.
Well, yeah, because he's laying the groundwork. You can't.
I don't think he is going to bury him.
He's flabbergasted and can't speak.
Yeah. The best bit of the segment for me.
Dude, you missed the Raw recap last week, dude. That's where you could have had your way with me at that point, dude.
Yeah.
The thing is, anyone who's on the mic with Cena's so good.
But he promoted AJ's career, his whole career. In fact, he even plugged New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor. He plugged everybody except TNA.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Like I said, his club is out of bullets.
Yeah.
They clearly don't want to mention TNA. They must be told before. Because he mentioned the Bullet again.
He did mention the Bullet again. He mentioned New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, what's the other one? I did write it down, but I've lost it. But he wrote everyone down apart from TNA, and TNA is where he spent 12 years.
Yeah, it was. They must not be allowed to mention TNA. They're obviously told you can't mention TNA. Like, they're not allowed to. No one ever mentions TNA. The commentators will mention New Japan.
Yeah,
they'll never mention.
They've
TNA.
really in the last year.
Only Edge and Christian can mention TNA.
Like, did they really make an effort not to mention TNA?
Can Flair not mention TNA then?
No. He's never mentioned TNA, has he?
I don't think he has mentioned it, but you would think that he could if Edge and Christian can.
But they don't mention it on Raw.
No. They mention it
on their show. Yeah, I don't think on Raw or on it's never been mentioned. It's like it doesn't exist.
It's because they don't want to acknowledge it.
So they won't ever mention it until the day they buy them, and then they'll mention it all the time.
They're not going to buy them. They're just going to put them out of business.
They'll buy them so they can get more, just for the content on the network.
Yeah.
So, does anyone actually see AJ Styles
winning?
This?
Not clean.
Yeah, you see,
not clean.
The thing is, they're going to do like a best out of 3, aren't they? Where Cena will win 2 of them, because they always have a WWE guy going over an indie guy, so it never happens the other way. So I think AJ wins this, and then Cena wins the next 2.
Okay. I think AJ wins with Balor's help. Because
we'll save that more for predictions.
But I think it happens because I think AJ will win because Balor will. We mentioned this earlier, didn't we? That Balor will help him because technically in the contract it only says the club. Balor is not a member of the club.
Well, it even specifies. It even says
Gallows and Anderson. Yeah, and Balor is not a member of the club officially within WWE yet.
Yeah,
so
okay.
The best way to get Balor up and in the club would be to help AJ beat Cena.
I'm telling you, these two are going to have one hell of a match because these two are fantastic.
It's going to be match of the night. It's going to blow.
It's going to be fucking amazing. Look what AJ managed to pull out of Roman. What the fuck is going to happen when he goes against Cena? Look at the Cena Rollins matches. They were insanely good.
Yeah.
Look at fucking Cena Kevin Owens matches.
Cena anyone match. Cena's great in the ring.
Cena can make anyone look good.
So get someone like Cena against someone else who's really good, and it's always a fucking epic match. Cena CM Punk, they're always great matches. So yeah, this is going to be great.
Yeah, definitely going to be. It was a good segment, and everything that happened. Cena made AJ his bitch again, and.
I refuse to even respond to this.
It's because you can't, because you know it's true.
Because it's not true.
It is true.
It's not true. If I was writing this fucking script, it'd have been a different segment, believe me. It just sounds the world.
So then we had Kevin Owens and Del Rio versus the Lucha Dragons.
Good match.
The match was good. I think the fight, the back and forth between Del Rio and Kevin Owens clearly is making neither of those two win Money in the Bank.
Agreed. Yeah.
They're going to have their feud going forward until a title vacates where possibly Sami Zayn wins it in the Continental, then Kevin Owens will go after Zayn. So it was good spots again. I love Kalisto. I think he's absolutely amazing in the ring.
Yeah, he's much better than Sin Cara.
Yeah. Or Hunico, or whoever he is now.
Sin Cara is just terrible.
Yeah. How many flips, handstand flips into the ropes does he have to do?
It's just timing's really bad.
Yeah.
He messes up all the time.
But they won. It was obvious they were going to win. They were never going to put Lucha Dragons in the match. So yeah, and then Gabe, your thing, because we all know who's next.
The Miz Money in the Bank, the Facebook Live thing.
Yeah.
I'm digging that he's doing the thing every week and at least staying on TV so people aren't forgetting.
This whole segment was about bring me some coffee or something.
Well, it's to show the stardom, So, It was it was short. It was like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't very long at all.
It was like, hey, I'm the Miz. Bring me some coffee. This is cold. Get me a new one.
And then he looks at him and he's like, who's awesome? And the guy's like,
You are?
So it was a decent, quick little clip. Like, and the Miz is staying on TV. That's what's important, I think, because I don't think he's going to be out long. The shooting for this movie is only 3 weeks.
Who the hell watches the Marine movies? Like, really, fucking hell.
I haven't watched it since Marine 3.
I've not seen any of them. I just thought, no.
It's WWE making a little extra cash. That's what it is. So.
Yeah, the last one was bullshit with Summer Rae. That was bad.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, no need to say anymore. It was only a 15-second clip.
Yeah,
I mean, it was okay.
It was just the Miz. And then we had Owens and Steph. Owens doing his little bitching thing about Del Rio. There's not really much to say, really. You can clearly see the feud setting up for after Money in the Bank. I don't think they could make it any plainer than that. Obviously, the casual fan will just see it as setting up Money in the Bank, but hardcore fans will see past that and see that that's the way it's going, and you can clearly see that neither of them two are going to win.
And that's going to be a good rivalry because Del Rio has really good matches.
Yeah, Del Rio's
he's one of those underrated people who really could be as high up as they'd let him be. You know, he is really good.
Well, he has been as high up as they've let him be. I mean, he's a 4-time world champ.
Yeah, he's a very good. He's good all around. He's good on the mic. He's quite funny as well. But yeah, he's good. He's got good moves. I used to love that armbar he used to do.
I'd love him to go back to the armbar because that stupid bloody thing where the other guy holds himself up on the ropes.
It doesn't even have a name.
What kind
Michael
of twat?
Cole just goes, oh, you know when he.
Michael Cole does that to most moves unless it's a DDT.
There's no name for it, and they have to like literally set him up by holding himself in the position.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just flat?
Yeah. Why would you hold yourself up? It'd make more sense if he tied the guy up in the ropes and then did it.
Yeah, it's a very nonsensical move.
And then there was a bit with Steph and Shane again, Raw, SmackDown, rah rah rah.
I'm running SmackDown. No, I'm running SmackDown.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to run Raw. Well, I want to run Raw. Well,
I'll run both.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Give me a
the sooner
spare.
it's over, the better.
Jesus.
And they can get back to having...
Why do they need to tell us every week? Every week someone comes on and goes, so, did you know SmackDown's going live? It's like, yes, we all fucking know
Same thing as... Just for $9.99 on the WWE Network.
Oh, so many plugs every fucking week now. It's just plugs.
Triple H should come out. Triple H should come out and be like, I'm going in NXT.
I mean, look, Cesaro did it, didn't he? When Sami Zayn came in, am I on an episode of Swerved?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, for Christ's sake.
It was like it was last week when they were all sat on top of the ladders, and Kevin Owens even turned around and said, "There's your plug."
Yeah.
So
that was good.
Yeah, and then they had Steph and Shane making all these weird. Because obviously Owens was like, Steph said to Owens that, you can be the special guest commentator, and then Del Rio was like, I want a job, and she was like, and then Shane, he was like, you could be the special bell ringer and whatnot, and then Zayn was like, Owens was moaning because Shane made Zayn commentator, so he wanted to be a commentator. And then it was like, Cesaro was like, well, I want a spot. And then it was like, well, you can be the special ring announcer. And it was like, for fuck's sake, seriously, we know they're all having a match. You don't have to build it up anymore. We know it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, they really do.
What the fuck are they doing? Seriously. And
it had a good ending. The match had a good ending, though.
Yeah, it did have a good ending. Yeah, it was good. And then, yeah, I don't know what more to say, really.
Well, that was Raw.
Yeah, no, there was Ambrose, but you had Ambrose
and Jericho.
The match itself was good. The breakdown at the end was good. Yeah, and it was that was Raw in a nutshell, really. It was, it wasn't a fantastic Raw. It wasn't a terribly bad one. It was just full of pointless backstage segments.
Yeah, there really wasn't a lot of. It was a funny one.
Four matches.
Right, yeah, it wasn't. There wasn't a lot
like
going on.
2 hours of genuinely just talking.
Yeah, and the talking wasn't great either. Like it's not like these backstage segments were good. You know,
no, you had the Ambrose Asylum and the contract signing, which were the two main.
Other than that, it was a lot of crap between the match.
Yeah, it was. That was our Raw recap and everything. So I'm going to hand over to Gabe, and we're going to do a bit of something different.
Okay, so we've had a little bit of a thing going on with Roman Reigns, who's been brought up a lot tonight. As you all know, we have a passionate hatred, all three of us, for
Boo Reigns.
We are going to be doing pay-per-view picks for the next 6 pay-per-views until the end of the year between Simon, Lee, and myself. And whoever takes last place in these picks between us three is going to have to buy and wear in public on occasion and take pictures and post on Facebook and support this wrestler.
Have your Facebook profile as a picture of Roman and
and defend this wrestler.
I don't think
Roman Reigns.
How can I defend him?
I feel sick.
I'm not too sure on this. Like
I'm
totally agreeing that it's more to the fact that it's more to the fact I'm going to have to buy a shirt out of my own money. That I'm going to have to buy a Roman Reigns shirt.
Supporting Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm going to be funding the Roman Empire.
Funding the Roman Empire.
I'm not too sure on
sick at the prospect. But we'll all be so careful with these predictions, knowing that the result of this could be.
Yep, the result. That's why every pick is important. So you got to think of the results. The result of one missed pick could be you wearing a Roman Reigns t-shirt.
I'm genuinely getting stomach cramps at the possibility of needing to do this. I'm feeling
so. This podcast is a verbal contract right now, so there's no backing out of this shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start this off by doing the picks for Money in the Bank. We're going to do this the couple days before every pay-per-view. We're going to do every pick, and I will let everyone know the standings every
week.
Raw recap after the pay-per-view.
Okay.
So we will start this out. I'll go from Lee to Simon to myself on each pick, and we'll just pick, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna for the world title match. I'm gonna give you 3 options: Reigns, Rollins, or neither.
Oh, okay. Am I first?
Yes, you first.
Okay. Well, okay.
And neither, I will count a draw as neither.
Okay.
Well, what about if someone cashes in?
That's a neither. That's a neither.
Okay, neither.
So neither?
Neither, yeah.
Okay. This is tense.
Simon?
This is tense because I don't want to make a wrong pick. So I really don't want to have to buy a shirt.
This is just the first of 6 pay-per-views.
I know. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with neither as well.
See, it's a funny one because Roman is like the safe bet, but none of us want to bet on Roman because we don't.
I'm going with Roman Reigns.
You safe motherfucker.
Pussy.
Roman never kicks out Reigns. Roman always kicks out Reigns.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 neithers and a Reigns.
Yeah.
So just 2 options in this. I'm not doing any interference or anything. AJ Styles or John Cena.
Well, I have to go AJ.
AJ.
I think AJ pin as well. But he will win the match. It won't be a DQ. We'll pin him. I think.
Yeah, I'm going Cena. All right, one pick for Money in the Bank.
As the match stands now, with just 6 competitors, yeah. So if it's the 6,
yeah.
If it's the 6, it's Dean Ambrose.
Ambrose.
I'm going to say Ambrose too.
If there's, if Bray Wyatt does turn up, then I would predict Bray Wyatt would win.
Well, I'm gonna do something at the bottom, but then that just means the Dean pick would be obsolete for you. But if your surprise answer is Wyatt returning,
yeah, okay,
you get a point for that. So okay, tag titles: New Day, Enzo Cass, Vaudevillains, or the Club.
This is probably the hardest match to predict.
This is going to be the hardest one. Okay, so this is going to start with Lee. This is going to be a two-part, 2-point question. Okay, so predict what team's going to win and predict the individual that's going to get pinned.
Oh, come on.
If you predict the person who is going to get pinned, you get an extra point.
There's
8 people.
Who's the two from New Day? Is it Kofi and Big E?
Well, we don't know, do we?
Just have to guess.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. This isn't gonna happen. But Enzo and Cass to win. Big Cass gets the pin on the smaller of the Vaudevillains.
Simon Gotch.
Yeah, Simon Gotch. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say. Fuck, this is the hardest match to predict. I'm gonna say Aiden English. So the Vaudevillains are gonna win. So I'm gonna say Aiden English pins Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo's probably gonna take a pin of it, isn't it? Fucking hell.
I'm going to say the Club wins and Xavier Woods gets pinned.
Okay.
That's the obvious choice. I was gonna say that, but I went for the out of the box thinking.
Okay. U.S. title: Rusev versus Titus.
Rusev by savage rape and submission. Rusev rape. And that's it. Yeah, submission.
Rusev submission.
Easiest decision of the.
That's yeah. I'm gonna go Rusev too. Okay. Lee, Charlotte and Dana versus Becky and Natalya.
There's no title involved here, which usually means that the faces win. But you know what? I'm gonna say Charlotte. Charlotte win and Brooklyn with a submission.
So Charlotte and Dana.
Yeah, with a submission. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Becky and Natty with a submission, and Dana takes the beat.
Oh, Becky and Natty.
Becky and Natty to win by submission.
I'm gonna go Charlotte and Dana.
What with pin or submission?
No, not on this one. Okay. Apollo Crews versus Sheamus.
Okay, Apollo Snooze versus Sheamus. God. I'm gonna say Crews by disqualification. I think Sheamus will get disqualified.
Okay, so Crews. All right.
Crews.
Yeah, I'm going Crews too. All right. Last match: Ziggler or Corbin.
Oh, this again. Why? I don't. Well.
Cool.
See, I really want Corbin so they can bury this stupid rivalry, because if Ziggler wins, then
they're gonna have another one.
They're gonna have another one, aren't they?
Yep.
Christ. I'm gonna go for a swerve here and pick Ziggler.
Corbin.
Corbin.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now,
I'll just go pre-order that Range shirt. Hang on.
surprise return of the night if there is a return.
Okay. Bray Wyatt.
Now, my head says Bray Wyatt and my heart says Balor.
So it's the Blue Blazer.
So, fuck's sake. I'm gonna have to say Bray Wyatt.
Sasha Banks.
Oh,
that's different.
okay.
What do you know, Gabe?
And then, will the briefcase be cashed in at Money in the Bank?
Yes.
Yes.
If Ambrose wins.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
So we all picked Dean to win. You said yes. You both said yes.
Yeah.
I say it's being cashed in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I pick Reigns to win.
What? No.
If Ambrose cashes in, Ambrose is winning.
I don't think so.
No.
I think he's gonna. I think if he is gonna win, he's gonna lose, and then he's gonna go on and win the Rumble. I'm sticking to my guns that he's winning the Rumble, and that's where he's gonna win the title.
Well, Reigns is likely just to kick out of 2 pedigrees, a Dirty Deeds, a pedigree that leading into a Dirty Deeds, a fucking curb stomp.
This is going to be a nice mix of points though, because not everybody has the same thing. We all have kind of a mix here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, because there's somewhere I have the same as Simon. There's somewhere you two have the same. And then there's a few where we all three have different. So, yeah, that'll be nice.
I'm concerned.
You're concerned?
I might have gone too out of the box on the tag match.
You guys are making my stomach hurt now.
Mate, I went out of the box. I picked Enzo and Cass to fucking win.
I picked the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, but they're more likely to win as transitional champions than Enzo and Cass.
This is true. This is what I said earlier. I think they could be a transitional champion between.
I took the safe bet. I was like, I'm stuck with the club.
Yeah, my safe bet would have been Gallows picking up the win over Xavier Woods. That would have been my safe.
That's exactly what I'm figuring out. That's what I was thinking.
That is the safest bet of the night. Is that? However, I just can't see them winning it just yet.
Well, we'll find out Sunday.
We will find out Sunday.
I think Sasha Banks is going to return and go out there and beat the shit out of Charlotte.
Are we all Skyping Sunday?
I am down to Skype while we watch the pay-per-view if you guys are watching.
I always watch the pay-per-views live, but we have to be careful because the network, like I've spoken to a few friends before and we've all watched them together, but the network, it's not the same for everyone, so I may be 6 seconds in front of you, you may be behind me.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so we don't. So what I'm saying is, if like for example you're watching it, and like Bray Wyatt pops up, you don't go, oh my god, Bray Wyatt, and then me and Simon look up like 10 seconds behind you, and we're like, wait, what was he talking about? So we just need to kind of like probably speak more after each match.
Okay, gotcha. We'll just watch the match, or we'll put each other kind of like on mute, and then kind of speak in between matches.
Yeah, it all depends on what time I'm working Monday, but yeah, whether I watch it live or not. Because if I'm on the early, then I won't watch it live.
Yeah, I don't start till like 2:00, so I always watch live. I'll just sleep in the next day.
I might start at 7 a.m, so it'll be a case of watch it, have a shower, go straight to work.
So we covered this Raw recap and the Money in the Bank picks in an hour and a half. That was pretty good.
Yeah, so we need to do the close, and obviously we need to do our quick plugs and.
Yeah, so let's do our plugs real quick.
Yeah, so I just want to say a big shout out to Pro Wrestling Talk again, letting us post on there. Good job, guys. Cheers. Lee's forgotten.
I've completely forgotten.
It's WWE.
WWE is life. Give a shout out to them.
Lee fails.
Completely forgot. I was like, plug? What plug? I'm looking for a Skype going, plug? What fucking shit, that was on my last Skype. What plug? Where's the plug?
And fans of WWE Supercard, cheers for letting us post on there. It's a site of the mobile game that Gabe got me into again. Wanker. It has taken over my life.
Cheap Pops Wrestling Discussion. Shout out to them for letting us post on their Facebook page.
Again, for TWC, the wrestling community, we all met on there, so we all we owe them a big deal because obviously we all met there. So getting our podcast together. And they gave us the platform to begin.
They gave us the push too because of the faction warfare thing.
Yeah.
So they kind of gave us the push to start it, and I know we're doing this whole thing with Wrestling is Real to Us because they have 5,000 followers.
Yeah.
But it's like they kind of gave us the push because of the faction warfare thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
yeah.
And then the last little shout out to the Wrestling Mayhem Show and Sorgatron Media. Go check out their stuff. They do everything from video game podcasts to wrestling podcasts and everything in between. So
cool. So that was our Raw recap and little Money in the Bank pay-per-view predictions, which I'm not looking forward to now because I don't want to have to wear a Roman Reigns shirt that I have to buy. I just want to throw it out there again that I have to purchase this T-shirt if I lose, or if they lose, they have to purchase it out of our own money.
Yeah, me and Simon, we got kids to feed.
Hey, I got some kids too.
We all got kids to feed, and we have to buy rum, and this is horrendous.
It is horrendous, but it works. So anyway, cheers for listening, guys, and TKE out.
Yeah, thank you, guys.